Apollo 11 was a seminal moment in human history, marking the first time that people had set foot on another celestial body. The Apollo program was initiated by the United States in response to the Soviet Union's early successes in space exploration. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy announced a national goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth before the end of the decade. The Apollo 11 mission, which took place on July 20, 1969, was the culmination of this effort and represented a significant achievement for both the United States and humanity as a whole. The Apollo 11 mission was a complex and challenging undertaking, requiring years of planning, development, and testing. The mission involved 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Armstrong and Aldrin were the first to set foot on the moon, while Collins orbited above. The lunar landing was a remarkable feat of engineering and technology, made possible by a combination of advances in rocket propulsion, navigation, and communications systems. The Apollo 11 spacecraft consisted of 3 modules: the Command Module, the Service Module, and the Lunar Module. The Command Module was the primary living and control center for the astronauts, and it served as their return vehicle to Earth. The Service Module provided propulsion and support for the spacecraft, while the Lunar Module was designed specifically for the moon landing. The Apollo 11 mission was launched on July 16, 1969, from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The Saturn V rocket, which was used to launch the spacecraft, was one of the largest and most powerful rockets ever built. After a journey of 3 days, the Apollo 11 spacecraft entered into orbit around the moon. The Lunar Module, with Armstrong and Aldrin on board, then separated from the Command Module and began its descent to the moon's surface. The landing on the moon was a tense and nerve-wracking moment for the astronauts and for those on the ground. Armstrong and Aldrin had to manually navigate the lunar module to a safe landing spot, avoiding craters and other hazards. Finally, after several tense minutes, the lunar module touched down on the moon's surface, and Armstrong famously declared, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Once on the moon, Armstrong and Aldrin conducted a series of scientific experiments and gathered samples of moon rocks and soil. They also planted the American flag and took photographs of the moon's surface, providing a visual record of their journey. After a brief stay on the moon, Armstrong and Aldrin returned to the lunar module and began their ascent back to the Command Module. The return trip to Earth was also a complex and challenging journey, requiring precise navigation and timing. The Apollo 11 spacecraft re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, and the Command Module splashed down in the Pacific Ocean on July 24, 1969. The astronauts were then recovered by a helicopter and taken to a quarantine facility, where they remained for several weeks to ensure that they had not brought back any harmful lunar germs. The Apollo 11 mission was a remarkable achievement and represented a major turning point in human history. The landing on the moon showed what humanity was capable of and inspired a new era of exploration and discovery. The technological advancements made possible by the Apollo program have had a lasting impact on a wide range of fields, from space travel to computing. The mission also demonstrated the power of international cooperation and the importance of working together to achieve common goals. The Apollo 11 mission was a major accomplishment for the United States, and it was widely celebrated as a symbol of American ingenuity and technological prowess. The landing on the moon was seen as a victory over the Soviet Union in the space race, and it solidified the United States' position as a leader in the conquest of space. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.